We've seen Kawhi Leonard. We've seen him perform. There is just no question that this is one of the greatest players in the world. No question about it. Is he the best player in basketball at this particular moment in time?
Well, I think that, if he can win this championship, it'll put him right up there with LeBron and KD. I think that Kawhi is doing it on both ends, man. And what we're seeing, too, is a guy, now because of basketball, it's about three-point shooting. Kawhi gets most of his points on twos. But he always get to his spot, and I don't care, even if you beat him there, he's so big and strong, he gonna bump you off and still get his shot off. And what we really love, Doc, is that he plays both ends of the court, and he makes always the right read.
He is the most like Jordan that we've seen. Like, there's a lot of great players. LeBron is phenomenal, KD is phenomenal, but not that he is Jordan or anything like that, but he's the most like him. Big hands, post-game, can finish, great leaper, great defender, in between game. If you beat him to the spot, bumps you off. And then you add his three-point shooting. So, I never get in that who's the best player. Right. Magic is the best player. Michael Jordan was the best player, LeBron. But it's that same group.
Well, let me go to you with this. Yeah. How do you defend him if you're the Golden State Warriors?
Yeah. It's tough. And that's, to me, what everyone's missing about
absence.
KD.
Yeah.
That's the part they're missing. Because, Iguodala's going to have to do it at times. Clay, the one thing Golden State does have, they have a lot of good defenders. So it'll be Clay. It'll be Draymond. At times it'll be Iguodala. But it will not be a KD, and that's a problem.
Doc, I wouldn't put Clay on him.
Yeah, just size.
This is what I would do. You get yours, Kawhi, because you're going to get him anyway. Stop everybody else.
Which has been done, by the way. We've seen that in smaller doses. That happens.
Yes, because remember, Toronto goes through long droughts of not scoring. So I would save Clay, never get on Kawhi. He's not big enough to handle Kawhi. He's great on the perimeter, but Kawhi is so smart, he'll just bag him down, get to a spot and jump over.
I want to be clear about what you're saying. Are you saying, Kawhi, if you're going to drop 50, go ahead and drop 50?
That's right.
Stopping everybody else?
That's right.
It's a little different, though, with Kawhi because he's so efficient.
Yeah.
I've always high volumes guys, get yours. That has been always, you can get as many as you want because it's not an efficient 50. Kawhi is efficient.
Keep this in mind.
And that's the problem. But I think all those guys will have to guard him at some point because you really don't have. Iguodala's going to guard him the most.
Exactly.
If healthy.
And probably Draymond. Because
exactly.
I would save Clay. Clay needs to score and be able to move around.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really sacrifice Clay and put him on.
I'm scared of Draymond getting in foul trouble.
Well, foul trouble, but also
whoever guards him is getting in foul
Kawhi in the
trouble.
last series, he only played the first couple of games healthy. I mean, he was noticeably limping to the point where Nick Nurse had to go to him and say, are you going to go? And Kawhi every time would say, of course I'm going. But we're talking about quad and knee injuries. He was, on one leg, he was the best player in that series, which really spoke to how great to me Kawhi Leonard was. Yeah. And he didn't even know which leg to favor and limp on in games 5 and 6. And yet,
let me peel from that. Let me peel from what you just said to go back to Doc and Magic on this. Knowing that, if you're the Golden State Warriors, don't you prioritize pushing the ball up the floor even more because of that reality? Even though you got a few days rest to heal yourself, if the guys got those plethora of injuries,
that's the only way. That's what they have to do anyway.
Yes.
Okay. One of the things when they're really good, Golden State, is when Draymond Green or when any of them are pushed. When they start running and getting the ball up, not only do they score early and getting early points in the playoffs, easy early points is hard to get. When you can get them, you can get them. But it also gives them 20 seconds to run their offense and their movement, opposed to our whole key was trying to get them to 14. If we can get them to start their offense at 14, it's easier. But Draymond was smart enough to push it up, get them in the stuff. And that's what one of the things Magic was saying is with the ball in Draymond's hands more, it's hard to slow him down. There's not a lot of fours that are going to be up turning the ball. They know that. And that's Golden State will try to score early offense, and that's going to be a key to the series.
It's two things. That type of pressure in transition, whether the Golden State Warriors score or not, what they're doing is wearing you down.
Yes.
Pat Riley used to say this, Irvin, I don't care what happened for the first 3 quarters, because I know in the fourth quarter, that team that we're playing against is going to be tired because we run. Golden State is the same way. Their best offense really in their defense is their transition game.
And their movement.
So
Exactly.
you see them as having a fourth quarter advantage unless Toronto's bench can really help out early enough in the game so that their stars, Kawhi,
Or if
aren't
Kawhi
taxed and
dictates pace.
Well, you don't want to get in the fourth quarter game with Golden State anyway.
No, nobody's going to beat
Yeah,
them.
because they've been there. Like they know every set, they know every ATO. Like that's where you get yourself in trouble. Getting in a 1-point game. The difference is with Toronto, their 1-point offense down the stretch is Kawhi.
Yeah.
And so they at least have someone that may be able to match their greatness on one end.
And then I would say this. Kyle Lowry played an excellent series against Milwaukee, and we're not talking about him. Remember, I love his toughness. He's gritty, and also, too, his shot selection is good, right? He knows who he is, and he's going to get you 16, 18 points, and he's tough as nails. Now, what they have to do is the young fella, Siakam, he's
key.
He's got to have a big series. Because if he doesn't have a big series, there's no way they score enough points to beat Golden State.